Hey everyone, this is CineEmi and welcome to my second design journal thing. I think it's I can't remember when I named it. It's like CineEmi Knits Design Journal, something like that. um, so I'm going to be getting a little bit more in depth. I came to a decision, I think I put it on Instagram, might not have, that I am going to put, because most of my patterns I can knit them toe up, cuff down. If that's the case, because I hate writing toe up patterns, because the only heel I know how to, or any of the heels that I know how to do for toe up socks, are all paid for patterns. That at the end of my patterns, I'm just gonna have a toe up recipe, and not have like a full in-depth separate pattern for it. So I'm gonna put it in the description when I put them up for sale that, you know, it's a cuff down pattern, but there is a toe up recipe so you can do these these socks toe up. So yeah, so that just saves me from having to write up everything over and over again and get it all tech edited multiple times because it's expensive. So, these are my first version of my double snare DK weight sock pattern cabled. I mentioned last time that I ran out of yarn and a friend, Martha, was dyeing me some corresponding yarn that I could fade in. It's not exact because you can't get exact because she's not the dyer. It's got some of the similars like the pinks and the blues. It's got some, but it's brighter than the Scan Cocaine yarn. But there are areas like right there, you can see that's really closely matching with the pinks, and the yellows and the golds. But I love this yarn. She just willingly did this for me. She's just lovely. She is an amazing dyer. You should check her out. Links below. She put, I don't think she sells like online. I think you have to message her on Instagram. But just look at her pictures, and she's an amazing yarn dyer. And she came up. This has no colorway at the moment. I don't know if she's planning to dye more of it, but it's unnamed. But she did dye one that's called like creamsicle, out of the way she learned, like when she was playing around with trying to get yarn for this. She came up with a new colorway, and I love that one. I wish I could have gotten that one too, but she's already doing this one for me, so I didn't want to, overstep, but I might get it at some other point. But yeah, so those socks will be going back on the needles once I finish the fingering weight socks, which I have in my Fangirl Fiber Co. Or it's Fangirl Fiber something. I have Little Fox yarns, and I'm on the heel of these. Now these, I have decided that for the charts, for the back part of them, I'm going to do two separate charts. I think I might have said it last time, but I officially decided the other day when I created the charts. Because I might even do three different charts. Because I love the way the zigzag, it's blowing out. See if I can turn this down. If I turn the light down a little bit, will it not blow out? It'll blow out no matter what I do. Turn the light back up. Okay. So, I like the way it looks. I add a stitch on this side, so that I can, when I go on the second row, it goes over one. So you start one stitch over from where you started the last time, so that you're not creating, like when I first started it created like little cabled holes, and it looked okay, but it didn't look right to me. I wanted to have like a two row zigzag. But what I'm thinking of, I know I'm officially doing two separate charts. I might do a third. The second chart is going to be, because this was supposed to be different from the DK socks. But I'm going to go back to the DK sock version for the second chart and give people the option of just doing a knit rows here, just straight knitting. Like the, as an example, really shouldn't put these away if I'm talking about them. On here, they have just knit rows. And so I'm going to have a chart that does that on this. And then I'm thinking of having a chart that has a rest row. So it'll go this, hold on. So I mentioned on my knitting podcast that I am doing this late at night, so I had to stop because I got told that it was dinner time. But I just talked for another 15 minutes and it didn't record. So yeah, quickly, I'm gonna try and talk fast because my dinner's getting cold. These socks, I'm thinking of doing 3 different charts. One for people who really love cables, which is the original pattern, which does not have a rest row in the cables. A middle one, which is for people who still want to have the wavy lines and have a design there, with a rest row, and then one with just straight knitting like the other socks. Sorry, I went on, I literally just switched to the new thing when I looked down and realized that there was the camera wasn't going anymore. This is like my camera stopped recording in the middle of my knitting podcast and I missed some. I had to stop and then it didn't start recording again. Okay, so this is my mom's shawl. It's all loosey-goosey at the moment because I am working with kinked up yarn. I'm thinking it's Fairy Tale Knits yarn in House Elf and Your Mother Was a Hamster. I love these. I'm thinking when I get up to the big lace section, which is mainly just going to be in Your Mother Was a Hamster, I'm thinking of asking the lady if she can give me another skein of that, because I intend to, or maybe I'll just wait until I get closer to the edge. I want to do, on the one that I'm making, I want to do because I think I mentioned last time, but I have 2 different edgings. One is that I'm going to put on the pattern. The main one, and the one that's intended, it's like a clamshell type thing where you have to add stitches and then you decrease every other row or something like that. And then the other one is just an I-cord straight edge. But I haven't decided when I'm going to ask. But I probably am going to run out because I frogged and I lost a bunch of yarn. I have another skein of the House Elf. But if I get up there and I have enough yarn with the House Elf to do the edging, then I will. But I kind of want that to be in the white with the speckles. And the last thing before I can finally go and eat is, which I apologize that this is kind of fast and I've missed info that I have talked about and then it didn't record. But is this, I am just continuing. The pattern is working out lovely. I have to get to like 115 centimeters before I can start the pocket. I think. It might be the whole thing is supposed to be 115. But yeah, I have to get there and then, but this will not look really any different. Even though I've gotten like an inch more on it than last week, it doesn't look any different. So yeah, it's coming along, but not fast. But yes, but it's, I think I might start doing testers on this soon. Because the pattern is all written up. I just, have to get it out there. So, because I'm crunched for time, I will talk more about life stuff. It's in my knitting podcast, there's stuff. And then if there's not, it'll be in my whipping chats. And I apologize, this has been really fast. But yeah, it's really late at night. I haven't been feeling good the past couple days, and I'm finally able to eat again. And I'm hungry, so I'll talk to y'all later.